Seatbelts on, helmets. 10 seconds.
Welcome, I'm Chris McKean.
And I'm Andy Kiner.
We're all about cross-country racing, and usually it starts with 10 seconds.
But not in Iowa. In Iowa, it starts with hands-on helmets.
Welcome back to another episode. Episode 61.
Wow.
It's only taking us a couple years to achieve that, so...
Do you ever think you and I would hit 61?
I thought it would fizzle out.
As much crap as I take from you, I never thought we'd ever hit that much.
You know, the table's always open for, another co-host.
I always just try to be nice to you, and I just put up with it for the show,
Nice.
So.
Did you have a good week? I know I just saw your face on Saturday. A couple times.
It's been a good week, but it's like, where did yesterday go? It's like, I can't believe how fast the week's going. And I can't believe that we're in almost the middle of June already.
Yeah, it's going by quick.
It's crazy.
We thought we'd have some time to breathe on Sunday after graduation party on Saturday for our oldest, and things aren't slowing down.
Yeah, you had a lot of people there. That was good.
Yeah. And we're in the middle of a move again. So, yeah, it's great.
Where are you moving this time?
We're actually we're moving back to our home, our original home that we've had. We thought we'd downsize, and the downsizing hasn't worked out so well. So we're moving back.
So where's your studio at right now? Are you in the new house, the old house?
I'm in the basement. I got my computer chair and a folding table right now because everything else is gone. So we're hoping Nick's podcast should be back in the new place, or back in the old place, but it'll be a new location for the podcast. Got some work to do. There's some female wallpaper on the walls, so I gotta rip that down and make it more of a manly man cave up there where we're gonna have my office. So,
are you gonna keep some of your Hot Wheels?
All of those are already there. So I've got a huge space up where we're going back to. So everything should be displayed again.
I wonder if you couldn't put like a display right behind you for the podcast with a bunch of Priuses.
I knew you were leading up to the Prius joke. You didn't get enough on Saturday.
We showed up to the graduation party, and first thing I see is the Prius right up front.
Yeah. I can't deny that. All right. So good podcast tonight. We got Danny Graber coming on and joining us. Going to provide some updates on what everybody wants to know is how much rain Mount Pleasant's gotten and what the track conditions are. I think that's the big question, but we've got some other things, old stories to talk about. So,
and just to be clear, you're talking Danny Graber, owner of Mount Pleasant facility, correct? Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. So, I know Danny drives some pretty cool cars all the time, and got a lot of cool tractors and stuff, but I honestly don't think I've ever seen Danny drive a Prius.
Oh, well, what is that? Smart car, right? Doesn't he have smart cars? Yeah.
One that looks like the little Tykes car.
Yes.
That thing gets attention like crazy.
So Yeah, we can bring him on. You ready?
Cool. Let's do it.
Hey, welcome, Danny.
Hey,
Good morning.
why can't I hear you guys?
You can hear me.
Can you not hear us again? Uh-oh.
Can you hear me now?
We can hear you. Can you hear us?
Oh, no.
Do you want to join back, Danny?
I got no sound.
How about now?
It was working just fine.
It was
Oh, man.
technical issues. Andy, you want to text him? I'm going to kick him from the studio and have him rejoin.
Huh.
See if that will work
I was going to try to figure it out
That's really
behind the
strange.
scenes real quick.
behind the scenes. Yeah, you want to text him? We tried this on his laptop and that didn't work. Switched over to the phone, and now it seems like his phone's having some technical difficulties.
You fill in the gap here while I'm texting him, okay?
Oh, great. Silence. Okay.
There we go.
Okay, can you hear me now?
We can hear you. Can you hear us?
Yeah, it's good. I don't know
Sweet.
what happened.
It's all that computer trick, just kick them off and have you rejoin and fixes everything.
Yeah, I'm not a tech guy. I think that's why I haven't ever been on before, because I'm just not into this kind of stuff. So
Well, you and Andy would probably be in the same boat then.
What are you saying? What are you
hey,
saying, Chris?
I'll admit it. I'll admit it.
So, Danny,
Yes, sir.
thanks for coming on. I can't believe this is the first time we've never had you on before.
Well, this is why, because I'm not tech. It's amazing that I'm on. Let's put it that way.
Right?
Yeah. No, happy to be on. It's cool.
So, yeah, obviously you've been around this and the series for many, many years.
Yes.
And we've gotten, you stop and think about how many families have been to your property enjoying this sport. And you and I were talking the other day, how many years or how many races have we had down there?
2006 was the first race. So 20 years.
20 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Isn't that crazy, Chris, thinking about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had I tried doing it myself in 2004. I can give you a little bit of, I guess, history on how I came about.
Yeah.
So I was more into the motocross scene back in the early 2000s, and a buddy of mine said, "Hey, there's a new kind of racing. It's called cross country, and they race timber and fields." And I said, "Well," I said, that sounds really cool. I said, "I've got timber and fields." I said, "It'd be a perfect spot for me to practice. Why don't I race cross country instead of motocross?" And so I think I did like a hair scramble over at Sandy Oaks. That was terrible. It was just all sand whoops. And I told my buddy, I said, "Well," I said, "I think my place would make a good racetrack for a cross country." And he said, "Oh, it'd be perfect." So I did it 2004, and it wasn't a bad turnout for just being, just me inviting a bunch of guys, but it was a lot of work. Uh, did it again in 2005, and it was even more people showed up, even more work. Nobody wanted to help, and then that's when I said, "Yeah, I'm not doing this anymore." I said no, and then Andy called me that fall and said, "Hey, we have a series we're running, and sounds like you got a good place for it." And that was it. 2006 was the first year. So
Nice.
Were you at all surprised how many people showed up then?
yeah, I was, because there was way more people than what showed up to my event. And then in the same year, then '06, the motorcycle guys started coming. I was amazed at what kind of track you guys could build, because I was not, I was a motocross guy, and so I had actually built a motocross track kind of back by the cemetery. That we called that the old track. The new track is west of the barn. But as far as like the timber racing, it was, I mean, the track you guys came up with, that was what I was, man, I couldn't believe how you could just go through trees like that. I just, that's what impressed me. Just how you could point a quad through the timber and make a track.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yep. Huh. And then you actually raced a couple years, didn't you?
Yeah, yeah. I raced. I think I raced mostly in the utility. I don't think I ever got on a sport quad. I would sure like to, even today. My wife's not going to let me, but the side by side racing, me and Sylvia really got into and had a great time doing that. In the middle teen, like 2015 or 14 or 15, and we raced side by sides all the way up almost until you guys quit.
Yeah.
So had a great time doing that. I enjoyed that a lot. I really miss racing. My mind is there, but I don't know if my body could take it.
Yeah. And
I would love to race the 50 plus class with Paul just at least one time. It would be so much fun. So
then the boy raced, right? How
yeah,
long did he
Levi. Oh
race?
yeah, so Levi, as soon as Levi was old enough to get on a quad, we started racing series. Um, so let's see, I got to remember what year he was born. '04, I believe. So in '08 or so, when he was 4 or 5, we started racing the series. And shoot, we were all in then. Being as we were coming to every race, then I started helping you with kind of crewing the track, and I figured I might as well do something, um, and that's why we started racing side by sides because Levi, we were going to every race, and it was a great time. From like '08, '09, all the way up until what Levi graduated high school. Man, we were there for all the races pretty much. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Huh.
So.
Well, and then of course it don't hurt having we got one of the best sponsors we've ever had down there.
Yeah.
With Jason Smith with Midwest Performance. And he's been a big part of your whole facility, hasn't he?
Yeah, so Jason came on board. So it was Duke's Yamaha that was the first few times, and Duke, even back then, he was old, not really into the racing, but he was still kind of on board. He sponsored it, and it was funny because when we started, let's see, when Levi started racing, then Jason had just came. So he married into the church that I was going to at the time. And so I was seeing him every Sunday, became friends with him. Me and a bunch of guys from church and him would ride. And I invited him to one of the races that it was an Iowa ATV race here on the farm. And he came, rode around, thought it was great, had a great time. And it was funny because nobody knew at the time, but he was in the process of getting ready to purchase Midwest. And I remember the year because they just came out with the new Brute Force 2012. And I went over to Duke's and bought a brand new one. And he said, "Man," he goes, "what are you buying a Kawasaki for?" I said, "Hey, it's the new Brute Force. It's a good machine." He's like, "Oh, you should have just waited." And I was like, "Well, for what?" Well, come to find out, he bought Midwest. And after that, then he came on board, sponsored the races, and then I bought all my machines from him. He was very much a part of my racing as far as Levi's machine and all the cars that I was racing, the Can-Ams, the Hondas, the Yamahas. If it wasn't for Jason, I probably wouldn't have done it. It just the amount of money that he I mean, he gave a lot. Let's put it that way. He was a big part of my racing career. So, and I really appreciate that from him. I will always appreciate that from him. And I think he's really into the race scene. He loves it, and I think that's why he does it. And he'll help anybody too. That's the thing. He's helped so many guys over the years in this series. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've seen a ton of riders go to him. We still send people to him. But just the stuff that Jason has done, even I shouldn't say away from the race, but I always tell everybody, and I'm not knocking any other dealer by no means, but I think I know by far that he is the one that gets people coming from multiple states away to him on a regular basis, buying machines off of him. We see it all the time. And it's like, there's a reason that happens. And I don't know that he advertises over, on these other states away. It's word of mouth, I think. And that word of mouth is from people that's dealt with him and had such good luck that everybody that's ever talked to him or done, they're impressed with the way things work. And they tell their buddies, next thing you know, you got somebody coming from Indiana to buy a Can-Am from him, and stuff. So it's just really cool. I mean, I truly believe he's one of the good ones out there that when Jason tells you something, you don't have to question if it's going to be the same story when you get there. It's
right.
Just a very honest. Yeah. I mean,
he really wants to help you out. He really does. Yeah.
And I've seen him go that extra yard so many times,
Oh man,
to help somebody. So, and Jason couldn't be on here tonight. We invited him on, but he's got some ball games. I think he pretty much own the ball team.
Yeah. He's got enough kids he can make his own ball team.
Yeah. That's one family that could not fit in a Prius.
You are correct.
It's Chris, do they make a 4-door Prius?
Yes.
Yeah.
But no, it's quite the opposite with Jason. It's always, when it comes time to race time, it's always interesting to see what he brings, but it seems like it's a different truck fixed up every time,
Yeah, I could agree with you on that one. Yes. Yeah.
But no, he's definitely one of the good ones, man. We're counting our blessings every day that that we think about Mount Pleasant, we think about him, every time. And
sure,
I got to get down there because I know he's done. I've seen all the pictures and videos, but he's just done a remarkable job on that facility, and it looks like it's something special. I've got to get down there to see that.
It's a complete overhaul. Yeah, the inside's very nice. Yeah, he did a very good job. Yeah.
Nice. Cool. So tell us a little bit, the secret, you don't have to say that, but the secret that you have down there. And when I see a new person, I'm like, oh, come here. I got to show you something, and then I'm always like, I'll give you $100 bill if you can tell me what's in this, and I ain't never had to pay it out yet. Nobody's ever guessed, about that down there. So just your place is so unique. Obviously, I love the John Deere tractors and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And
to
walk out by one of your barns and spend an hour there is nothing, to the history there if you just start looking and stuff. But would you just take the time here and just give us a little history of your place? It's called Greenhurst Farms, right?
Greenhurst. Yeah, Greenhurst Farm started in 1884. Kind of a wealthy businessman from Mount Pleasant bought the farm, and it was a stock farm, so I'm guessing it was cattle. Actually, his name was Seeley. Last name was Seeley. Married Abraham Lincoln's granddaughter. And so the 1886 barn that everybody sees, it's obvious. That barn was built, of course, in 1886. He built that barn and then sold the farm in like I want to say 1941 to Charles Morton. So that would be the Charles Morton, the salt company, the guy, the little umbrella gal.
Yep.
He built the big barn that we race by out west. So that barn was built by Charles Morton, and it was a sheep farm. So it was investment for him, a tax write-off, whatever. My grandpa bought the farm from Charles Morton in 1968. And my grandpa owned 250 acres north of here, about 10 miles, had bluffs and a creek ran through it, had a timber fields, and he said he wanted the same property twice as big. So in 1967, the fall of 1967, my uncle and him came and walked this farm, and Grandpa said, "This farm is the one I want," and ended up buying it in 1968. My dad came back from college in the spring of '68 and had to ask for directions to come home. He'd never been here before, so
Wow.
he came to Greenhurst the spring of '68, and my grandpa had the first bulk tank in Henry County to hold milk. So he put in the stalls in the milk barn, and piped the milk to a tank instead of carrying it, from with buckets and dumping it in.
Mhm.
And so Grandpa turned it into a dairy farm, and that's what we did until 2002.
Huh.
Yeah.
And is that how we got the dairy cow out there too?
That's how we have. Yeah, we will always love dairy cows. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. I
that's a
don't. I
neat.
don't. I don't miss the milking and the getting up at 3:30 in the morning every morning and milking cows, no matter how cold or hot it is. But I miss the cows. I know all the cows. Knew them all by name. Had about 120 to 150 milk cows, and they know who you are and you know who they are, and that's how you get along with milk cows.
Huh.
So
Well, that's a pretty cool. Lot of history behind that place.
yeah, yeah.
So how many acres is the farm?
It's just a little over 500. It's like 520.
Okay, so in addition to the 1884 barn and the milk barn, the house, your parents' house, what
Yeah.
other things are on the property that you want to
So
share? Their kind of highlights.
yeah, so so I have a map in my house here that was drawn in 1884. Well, it says 1884 through 1886, so it's like a hand-drawn map of the whole farm, and it actually shows roads, like county roads through the farm. And so there's a cemetery. You can go back to the cemetery. It's county owned. The county road went by the cemetery. There was a church there, and you probably don't even know this, but you know the crossroads, Andy, back in the timber, we call it the crossroads. Well, those crossroads are actually county roads that met back in the day and are still there. We call those the crossroads. It's one of our, hey, they broke down over by the crossroads.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and then there's a log bridge where one of the county roads crossed Big Creek. You can still see the logs that they put in the water where the horse and buggies went across. Kind of cool to see. Those are logs put in there back in the 1800s. That's a long time ago.
Wow.
So
That's really neat.
actually, we've raced across those logs before. So
Yep.
kind of cool.
Yeah, and when the water's not moving, you can see them pretty good.
Oh yeah,
down there.
absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
So tell us, I think a lot of people when they see your farm, they think John Deere,
Yeah.
So tell us where the love and what your passion for John Deere's came from or is.
Because my grandpa and his brothers all farmed, and my grandpa's brothers all bought Alice Chalmers tractors, orange. Well, my grandpa said that he liked the John Deere because he could hear the birds singing between the pops. And so he went with John Deere, and all his brothers that farmed had orange, and grandpa went with green, and so it's been green ever since.
And at one point, I don't want to say because I might have it wrong, but at one point
Okay.
you had told me something about the amount of deers that you have and the models.
Oh, like well, for one, the 20 series, so it'd be 320 through 820 John Deere. We have all those. Oh, good Lord, Andy, we don't have enough time to go through all the tractors.
We're talking what I like now, so
I
no.
know,
Yeah.
I understand.
But
that.
you have a ton of them. Tell us about
Yes.
the one that you had for a while. Was that the number 13? Was it?
Oh, the number 13 Model A. Yeah, I don't know why Dad bought that tractor quite a few years ago. I had a guy from up north, kind of East Iowa City, wanted it real bad, and so my grandpa's favorite tractor is the 820, and I have an 820. It's never gonna go again. It's got motor problems and whatnot, but I told this guy that if you can find me a nice 820, I would trade for that Model A, and sure enough, he came up with a really nice 820, and I traded him. The 820 was on the shirt 2 years ago, and it's been on the shirt a number of years ago too. Probably one of my favorite tractors because when I was 4 or 5 years old, I sat on the fender of that tractor and watched the five bottom plow turn dirt all day while Grandpa drove, and so yeah, getting that tractor out and just driving around brings back a lot of memories.
You bet. Huh.
Hmm.
And obviously your mom and dad's there, and it sounds
Yeah.
like your dad has a lot of history in collecting tractors too, correct?
Correct. He started collecting tractors in it's actually about 1982. One of my mom's uncles bought an old John Deere tractor, and Dad went out and looked at it. And I remember Dad looking at it, and Dad says, "Well, where can I find some more of these?" And it was all on. It was game on. He went and he found them, and he brought them home, all the way from the state of Washington to the state of Pennsylvania, all across the United States. He had them trucked in. Yeah.
Huh.
Wow.
Where did you guys pick up your Linderman?
That came from Washington, the state of Washington.
Washington.
We took a family trip out there in 1985, and he told my mom, I'm not going out to the West Coast without buying a Lindemann," and he did. We found one out there. I remember I was 12. We went and looked at it, and he paid the guy, and the next day we went and helped him load it onto a semi tractor or a trailer, and when we got home, then a few days later it arrived.
Huh.
So
Well, that's neat. I enjoy it down there, just getting to see all that stuff and the history. And I love seeing the younger kids,
Yeah.
out there looking at that stuff. And it's kind of cool to spend this time with you, get to share the history so people kind of know a little bit more about the facility, and,
yeah, sure.
don't take it for granted,
Yeah,
so
absolutely. Yeah.
really cool. What's your favorite part down there, Chris?
I don't. There's some old cars down there. I kind of like the old cars, so
Yeah.
it's always nice to kind of look through and see what's down there.
I know that the crew guys, the track guys, are always busy, but I thought maybe you might have had some more time to look around down there than
Nice.
Nice.
I don't venture much out. I need to start, but
I thought you honestly were going to say the Little Tykes car.
Oh, the Little Tykes car. I'm looking at it right now. It's parked underneath my little overhang on the shop. It fits right in there.
how did I know that wasn't going to come back to like a Prius joke or something like that?
No, I wasn't bringing up. No, I wouldn't bring up no Prius.
Gotcha.
Now, Danny, tell us the Little Tykes car. What is that all about?
I had I don't know. I started buying those little smart cars. I don't know why, and I don't know. I've still got 3 of them. I had 4 at one time. I was driving one around, and one of my buddies in town said, it's no different than driving a Little Tykes car. I said, yeah, you're kind of right. He goes, that's what you should do, is you should paint it Little Tykes. And, I came home and I masked it up and I painted it Little Tykes. And that thing's been on more Facebook posts In fact, I can't get away. I go down. I went down to Oakland Mills the other day, just down the road here. My son-in-law was fishing, and Sylvia sends me a text and says, What are you doing at Oakland Mills?" And I'm like, What are you talking about?" And she sent me the picture. Someone at Oakland Mills took a picture of my car and posted it. You never know what you're going to see at Oakland Mills, and sure enough, it was a little nice.
No, that's pretty
Nice.
cool.
Yeah.
Well, man, Danny, I know, it's interesting because we get some new guys helping on the crew, and they have fun, but I think they're really amazed at sometimes behind the scenes stuff,
Oh yeah.
and it never fails when we come down there. We definitely don't take it for granted, that's for sure. But Paul and the whole crew, when we come, everybody's like, a bunch of us are coming tomorrow,
Yeah.
So we get there early. There's a reason we want to get there early, and you always have the thing prepared for us. We got work to do, with clearing and stuff, but you've always been, the first one to step up and say, "Hey, where are we going? What are we doing?" You're always there to help with everything and just kind of guide us, if we need some guidance. And it's just always kind of refreshing, between you and your whole family, and not just being an owner, but being a good friend and being a supporter of the whole thing. We can't thank you enough on that. It's always, and you have great landowners all over, but it's always the complete package down there. I'll tell you, it's the least one that we have to worry about all year long, so
Right. Yeah.
it's, the sponsor's always there. He's great. The landowner's always there willing, the place always looks phenomenal. Almost looks like a postcard down there, So
It does.
yeah, it's really cool. I see Jason Goody just had a question. Remember Jason?
I do remember Jason. Yes. Yeah.
He just asked, "Do you still make the biofuel?"
That's great. I remember talking to him about that back in the day. I haven't made it for a long time, but I still have the machine and it's all set up exactly how it was. Nothing has changed.
Now would be a really good time to be making that.
It would. You're right. You're right. The problem is finding the cooking oil. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if you could run biofuel in a Prius.
Oh boy. If it was a diesel Prius, you could.
Huh.
Yeah. So Jason, everybody's kind of been talking, or Jason. So you got Jason on my mind. I'm looking at it on the screen here. Danny, we kind of talked about it, and there's talk all over Facebook last week or two about the weather.
Yeah.
What's it look like down there? Kind of tell us what the track looks like. What's the creek look like? What do you think? Are we going to be able to cross it?
I don't. So we as of last Thursday till this morning, we have had 2 inches of rain, which is the most rain we've had probably for months. It's so dry that most of that rain kind of just went in all the cracks. A lot of it ran off. Big Creek did come up. Last week, man, we could have blown across it. It was so low, but it is up now. An hour ago, I was riding back towards the cemetery just on my bike, cruising along, and I was making dust. The timber is not muddy. I don't think we're gonna have any issue with mud. In fact, I kind of still think there's gonna be dust in places where the sun hits. I just think. I think the timber is going to be perfect. I don't think the timber is going to be a powdery, dusty mess. I think it's going to be good. But in the open, where there's sun and there's dirt, I think there's going to be dust. Today's Tuesday. If we don't get any more rain, the creek might go down. It goes down fast. We'll just have to see. I talked to Paul Sunday evening, and we've got both ways set up to where we can make it work either way if we cross or not.
Gotcha.
I would love to get over there. It's such a fun trail, fun track. And just crossing the creek just makes it, a little bit more technical. I like technical.
Absolutely.
I mean, you could drive across it now with a sport quad, no problem. It wouldn't even hit the foot pegs. But when you get 100 guys going across there 37 mile an hour, you're carrying buckets of water up the bank, every time, and that makes a big difference.
Yeah.
If,
We'll
if
keep
you
our
could get
fingers
if you could
crossed.
get everybody to go real slow crossing it, it'd be okay.
What if I brought you down some tracks and have you cut them in half so we could get up there?
I still have those tracks, and I'm not going to cut anymore.
Do you remember that, Chris?
Oh, that was
Yes.
terrible.
Oh,
Oh my word! We thought we just cut them in half. Like 4 hours later, one was cut in half. We still had one to go. Now I still use those. The motorcycles, they cross every year, and we use those tracks. They go right up them. It's great.
yeah.
And I can move them wherever we need to move them if we decide we want to cross. It
Yeah.
helps. It really does.
Well, I got about 12 more of those if you decide you get anxious, want to start cutting. So
Yeah, that had to be pretty anxious.
yeah.
I think
Chris,
I think the weather's going to be good. I think the track's
Good.
going to be good. I'm not too concerned about rain coming. We could use 2 more inches between now and Saturday. We'd be fine.
nice.
Yeah.
And we were talking before here, Danny. I don't remember a time ever racing at Mount Pleasant with a forecast of 80 degrees.
Yeah,
It says 79 or 80.
Even when we were racing in September, it seemed like it was hot.
Yeah. Yep. But so that's almost, well, let me look at it here. It might have changed in the last 5 minutes, but
Yeah, right.
it seems like it does. But
It does.
But yeah, I mean, I'm looking at Saturday. Well, let's look at Friday and Saturday. Friday, a low of 59, a high of 82.
Yeah,
Saturday,
59's cold.
yeah, Saturday, it's a low of 65 and a high of 80.
Yeah.
Now, yeah, I do see that there is a 70% chance of rain, but when I start looking at the details, it's not even supposed to start raining until 6 o'clock, that night. So,
Any more on Greenhurst? When they say rain, we kind of just we don't really think much of it.
yeah, but no, the track's always right there too, and we have our banquet every year. You can tell that people love it. It's always right there at the front, in the voting, and
Yeah.
it's just pretty cool. So we got a couple more questions there, Chris, if you want to cover those.
The burning question on every kid's mind: how's the pond?
Oh, I hate talking about the pond. The pond is so low. It's like my daughter Aaliyah says, she's not gonna swim in a mud puddle. Last Friday I pushed some sand more into the water so that it was more like a beach, like a pond. I don't mind if the kids swim in the pond, but it is very low. It's still there, but it's just not like it was 10 years ago. It's just not. We just haven't had the rain.
Yeah.
Got another question here from Rick, or maybe a comment here. Danny will be wearing a stocking hat at 59.
That is correct. Yes. Yeah. Any temperature below 70, I will have my hat on. Yeah. Rick knows that. Yeah. Most people know that. Most people know that. Yeah.
So
anything going on down there? I don't know if I say new or something we haven't done for a while outside of crossing the creek that you can think of this year. Any changes? Let everybody know about.
The yard. The only thing that would be a little different that we might look at would be the field just north of the tin can silo, north of the buildings. We could park there. The field south where we've parked for a few years now, I made it a little bit bigger, so a little bit more parking. Um, the start, you know, we could change things up there if we wanted to. We'll just have to look at that here in the next few days. Other than that, I mean, no, not really. The track's going to be kind of almost the same. I mean, we'll probably go the opposite way. It would really be nice to cross the creek. I hope we can. Um, Other than that, no, I can't really think of anything.
Gotcha. So you get some new people. We've got a lot of new people racing with us this year. Outside of being at the track, most people come to the track there, they don't want to leave. But what around Mount Pleasant do you suggest? Like somebody's new coming in there, what do you suggest they see or go to eat, or tell us a little bit about Mount Pleasant real quick?
Well, Mount Pleasant is just 5 minutes from my place. Just a mile and a half up the road. The square, just right. It's real. Once you get on my leave the lane and turn left, going to Mount Pleasant, there you'll come right to the square. There's a lot of good places to eat around the square. Um, there's not really a whole lot to do in Mount Pleasant. I mean, it's just a small town of 8,000. The biggest thing is Old Threshers, but that's this fall. Um, there's a lot of good places on the square. Pizza Ranch is out northeast of town. Um, I don't know. You can just drive around town, look at Mount Pleasant. It's okay. It's a nice little town.
Well, the one thing for sure, I mean, you do have the Walmart, you got stuff uptown,
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
So anybody that comes in shorthanded, there's always, you can pretty much get whatever you need there in
Oh
Mount
yeah,
Pleasant.
yeah. Walmart. Yeah, sure, absolutely. Yeah, Walmart, Tractor Supply. Yeah, for sure.
And tell us our concession this year. What can we expect out of the concession?
I asked the Henry County Cattlemen's to come again, and I made it very clear to them that a lot of people will be eating after the race, so they were going to stick around longer and feed people after the race. So I think they're going to show up around 11 to noon and try to get some lunch, and then they'll stay a few hours after the race. So
Gotcha.
I think one year they left just a little bit early. They might have ran out or they might have thought it was over, but I made sure I told them, I said, no. When the race ends at 3, people want to eat. So
So then, and just to be clear on that too, so if they're not going to be coming to like 10 or 11,
that's right.
everybody needs to know that like there probably won't be refreshments until that point.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if
Yeah.
you need to get something, are you going to be fixing any coffee or anything for everybody, Danny? Or
Yeah, no, probably not. Now, Aaliyah would love to fix coffee for everyone, but I don't know how she could do that. Not
Yeah.
yet, anyway. Maybe someday she'll have her own trailer, but she's kind of a coffee nerd in that respect.
You know what? I just realized I have to make a call when we get done here. We actually might have a coffee truck there.
You should.
I had some I think it was locked up to have a Kona truck there.
Okay.
And they also have a coffee, iced coffee.
Didn't we have a coffee truck here last year for the race?
I don't remember on that.
Well, if we didn't have a coffee truck for the ATV race, then we had one for the motorcycle race last fall because there was a coffee truck here for one of the races.
I don't think we did.
Well, then it was for the motorcycle in the fall. Yeah.
Gotcha. I know there's that one at Old Thrashers. I don't know if it's the same one or what, but
Yeah, you know what? I can get a hold of some of the Burlington Valley Duster guys and ask them who that lady was and see if she can come. That would be kind of neat to have her.
yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
absolutely. Yeah, I'll do that.
Cool.
So as you're speaking about food, Rick has asked or made a comment about
Homemade ice cream.
It's always on my mind every Mount Pleasant race.
I thought about it too. I'll be honest with you, I did. And the thing is my dad just can't do it, and my mom can. She knows how, but she can't run the machine. So I've been every old Threshers we make ice cream, and it's been me and mom. And for me to quit doing all the crew stuff and being with you guys to make the ice cream, it's really hard for me.
Yeah.
So I mean, I could have mom mix it up, and I could freeze it, and we could have ice cream, but man, I feel like I'd be missing out of something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So maybe I can get mom to mix it up, and I can get everything ready. Maybe plug it in. I don't know. Maybe just before the race is over. Would that be okay? I mean, I would love to have homemade ice cream. It would be cool. I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah.
I think anytime is great.
Anytime is great. Maybe before the race. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll
Yeah.
talk. We'll talk.
Well, since Andy doesn't do normally anything while the race is going on for the adults, I'm sure
So he could
he could
watch it. Couldn't he?
supervise.
Yeah. That's
I
you know
thought
what?
I'm
That's a
always
great-
but I always get summoned to the scoring, so I don't know how I can get away.
You know what? We could plug it in behind the scoring trailer, and you guys could listen to it for 20 minutes.
There we go.
It's the worst sound in the whole
I
world,
know.
but it makes good ice cream.
The grind.
And you make that on the old 420?
No, it's an electric ice cream machine maker.
Okay.
What they did is in like the 1920s or 30s when they invented electricity, they said, "Hey, we need to make an ice cream maker," and that was the next day. That's how old it is. Yeah, it's
Cool.
old, but it works. So
Huh.
I'll definitely keep it in mind.
Sounds good.
Try to make something happen.
Now, if we could just talk Sylvia into making us a pie, that would be like
Ah, yeah,
best
the
thing
coconut
ever.
pie.
the best thing. Have you ever had a piece of that, Chris?
I have not. I've heard.
You wouldn't get a piece anyway if she made it, so it'd be gone before you get there.
Oh,
God. I have been, what's your phrase? I have been nice to you all night, and this is how you treat me.
Well, you
I
want me to
don't-
say I'll
Chris,
save
I
you a
don't-
piece?
I don't think he lets anyone have any of that pie.
No.
Honestly,
No.
nah.
Oh, shoot. Well, I'll tell you what, Danny, I think, there's a couple people that I talk to and be like, oh, I never have a good race at Mount Pleasant. It's not my
I
favorite.
know. I've heard that too. It's sad.
But you know what? At the same time, when you hear that, there's something to be said about that because it's a complete track.
It
You
is.
know,
You got to be
we-
ready for everything. That's right. Yeah.
Everything. So
Everything. Yeah.
if you
For
can't tame that track, I'm not saying everybody can, but if you can't, you got to keep digging. There's always next year type situation because I always say this and I'll always say it. I think you have probably the most complete hare scramble track, one of the most complete ones I've ever seen. It has everything. You get a distance away, but yet people get to see you. You got even your parking, we used to have the field and the field
I
was
know.
nice. The
Yeah.
field was nice, but what happened there? Everybody was spread out so much more.
Yeah.
The way it is now, everybody's closer together. You see more, what's that big C word? Camaraderie.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, we're,
just-
we're all packed in here. That's for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's just a lot of fun, so
Yeah.
we love the place. Obviously the pond is a big thing down there, but just nobody, I mean, how many times we come down there, Danny, and you see all the kids out there playing on your swing set. It's just full.
It's packed full of kids. Yes. Yeah.
It looks like you'd be driving by Mount Pleasant's elementary school, and
Yeah.
recess, there's
Yeah.
just so many
Yeah.
kids. And
Yeah.
I think all the kids, everybody you talk to said they sleep better after the Mount Pleasant race than any other one. They're just completely worn out.
They
you
wear
know?
themselves. Yeah, they wear themselves out Friday night. They don't go to bed. They bounce on the trampoline till freaking midnight.
Right. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
But Danny, the other thing is too, I want to thank you. What we got you on here is the fact that you've came to several other races throughout the year, and helped at
Yeah.
it and stuff. And you know how that works. Yeah, you get a new guy, and we're great to have him, but you get somebody that's seasoned and knows what's going on, and it's priceless. So
Yeah.
we sure appreciate that. So
Yeah, I graduated Aaliyah, and me and Sylvia are going to be empty nesters, and you know what? I'd really like to start coming back to the races, even if I'm not racing, just because I like hanging out and going out and helping you guys on the track. It's a lot of fun. I really enjoy it. Almost, it's if you're out there on the track and you're crewing the track and whatnot, it's as close to racing as you're going to get. Let's put it that way.
yeah.
You know? So even though I would love to race again, but being out there is almost the same as, and I enjoy it. So yeah.
Well, we sure appreciate it. And I heard a rumor that you already signed up to be at Canesville this year.
Yeah, I'm gonna be there for sure. Yeah.
Nice.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna miss that. As much as you've been talking about it, come on.
Well, man, we sure appreciate it.
Yeah.
I know I'm looking forward to getting off work at a decent time tomorrow so we can get down there. So
I'll be here.
sounds good. What day are you going to be there? You'll be there by Saturday, won't you, Chris?
I'll be there Friday sometime.
No. Yeah, we all look forward to it. I know the crew especially, it's just special down there, getting there early and chilling and cooking and everything,
Yep.
So
Yep.
it'll be looking forward to it. So
Yep. Me too.
well, do you have anything else, Chris?
Nope, I think we covered it. Everything. People are getting excited.
Danny, do you have anything else?
No, I'm good. No, I think it's gonna be great. I think the weather's gonna be good. I think the track's gonna be good. Yeah.
What was it last year? Stay on the gravel coming up through the gate, right?
What about the gravel?
You want everybody, just a reminder, to stay on the gravel coming up off the
Yeah.
main highway.
Yeah. Come up through the posts, up the lane. Yep. Just come straight back. Yeah.
Yep. Just stay on the
And
gravel.
we can park along the lane, once you get past pay. You can park anywhere along there. I think people park there. It's fine, there's plenty of room.
Yeah. And just in case somebody hasn't been to your place, Danny.
Yes.
Well, I'm glad we're bringing this up because when I was down there Saturday,
Yeah.
I noticed there's a bridge out, so you can't come into town from the west.
Oh, no,
east.
from the east. That's right.
Yeah.
But if you were coming from the east anyway, you would take Jefferson Street south out of Mount Pleasant, and it would turn into Oakland Mills Road. So that bridge is not going to affect. It's not going to affect anyone.
Yeah. And I just know some people that's always came in and went straight uptown and then
they come in
south
from
to
the
you.
west and go straight past the W55.
Correct. Yes.
Oh, you're right. That's right.
Yep.
And then turn and come down Oakland Mills Road.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah. So you'll have to turn right before the road closed sign and come that way through Oakland Mills. That's right.
And that's the thing too, while we're talking is I totally believe that way is a lot faster anyway. Not going through town.
It's way faster. It's quicker, but a lot of people like to stop in Mount Pleasant at like Casey's or a gas station to get ice and whatnot. And
yeah.
so if that's the case, you might just come to the track and go back.
Yeah, go to the track or come back, or as long as they've got your thing on GPS, they could go to the second exit only if you're headed east. Or if you're coming from the west, you could go to the first. Well, really, any of those exits.
Yeah. Take the exit where Pilot's at. Come in by Walmart, and then you'll come back through Mount Pleasant. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that would work. Sure. Yeah.
Yep. But cool.
Yeah.
Well, man, like I said, I sure appreciate everything, and I know my wife, isn't happy with you several times just because of the tractor situation. And old Thrashers. It's
Yeah.
kind of you've cost us about a week every year, by us
Yeah.
being glued to old Thrashers. So
Yeah, well, you better warn Trace. There's going to be another tractor you're probably going to be getting here pretty soon too. So.
well, we don't have to tell her that.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. Hopefully she's not watching.
I'm telling her.
Hey, there you go.
I got news for you. She already knows about it. So. No, Danny, like I said, we're all looking forward to getting down there.
Cool.
Like I said, Chris will be there at some point.
Yep.
Before the race, but
yep.
We look forward to it, and it's just one of those special things we've gotten. I always think about the evenings we've had down there. We've had some lightning storms before, but even with just the lighting down there, the way the barn looks, the old silo, it's just a lot of pictures and a lot of memories from down there with everything you got around there. And, I know you don't take it for granted, but I think some people, it's just like, oh, we're just going to the track. Well, then they get there and it's like, I think I see more pictures being taken around your facility, almost more than the race itself.
Yeah, right. I remember that lightning storm. I remember that now that you say that. That was cool with the tin can silo and the lightning in the north.
Yeah, remember I got a picture of the lightning hitting it.
Well, kind of. I mean, it looked like it was, but it was cool.
Oh, it was. I seen it.
From Andy's viewpoint, camera way up there, looked like it probably was.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Well, Danny, thanks for coming on. You've really helped me because I'm trying to keep Chris at a 1 hour point. We're almost there, so
yeah,
I'm gonna let him do his closing remarks, and then we might just be done for the night.
Might make the hour. Well, hey, no problem. I appreciate you having me, and it was a good time. Yes.
Yeah. I appreciate it, man. We'll see you here in not a couple days. See you tomorrow night.
I'll be here. All right.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, bud.
Yep.
Boy, oh boy. You talk about a history at a facility. That place has got it.
Yeah.
A lot of fun.
It sure does.
One day when you're not so busy, I know you got a tremendous amount of stuff going on right now, and I'm being honest.
I know. I know. I'm anxious to try to wrap this up so I can go watch a football game. Then.
Why? I thought you were busy. Now you're going to go watch a football game?
Austin's playing little 7-on-7 right up the street. So.
Oh.
I sent that in private chat. Yeah.
Sorry, I did not see that.
So, yeah, we'll wrap this up, and I'll run across the street here and watch them play a little bit.
Okay. Did you have anything else? I just had one more thing.
Oh, my. I just saw that only 53 have prepaid, so just a friendly reminder. Normally, we mention it during the podcast. It goes up, and it's just a reminder. It closes at 5 p.m. Thursday. So that way I can do what we've got to do Thursday night into Friday morning before I leave for the track.
Yeah. So. And once again, I mean, I don't have to tell you anything, and I give you guys credit in the registration trailer all the time for this, but the pre-registration is so quick once you get there. But obviously it helps you guys in the registration trailer. It helps the racers themselves and everything. And can't ask everybody enough times to get pre-registered. So it's already taken care of and get everything done. But I think we had another one last race, if I remember right. Maybe I'm wrong, but waited till like way late to get signed up, even though they were there. So please, if you were there, Chris, I'm first one to tell you, I wish we'd do a hard cutoff because, and I know I'm going to give, I think it was Gary Eads. I'll give him credit. He was going to be late. He called ahead so we could get things ready for him, so he just had to sign real quick and that was it, If you know that's going to happen, especially if you're going to be past that hour mark, please give us a call, please text or do something and let us know so we can get everything put in there on time. So make sure that we've been pretty darn good about being on time this year. So,
even the short notice, we made it work.
Yep, exactly. I just got to throw this out there one more time. We're coming up to it. Doesn't seem like it, but remember for Canesville, we have 2 cutoffs. It's only pre-registration for that race, Chris. So it's critical. If you sign in by July 1st, that is the first cutoff, and you get the free T-shirt with it, correct?
Yes.
And then when is the second cutoff?
We said it was the 25th, I believe.
So basically 1 week
July.
before, correct?
Yes.
So just to clarify on that, correct me if I'm wrong, that first one cutoff is so that we can get the sizes and make sure that they get a free T-shirt with that.
Yep.
Right? The next one, the difference is you still have to pre-register. It's just whether you do it the 1st of July, by the 1st of July, or whether you get it done by the 25th of July, correct?
Correct.
You get a free T-shirt with the first one. The second one, it just has to be in by then. Don't call on the 30th. I know we're going to probably have a couple people show up wanting to race that day. Registration is closed. There will not be any registration because you have the big job of, Trace and I has been looking at this almost every night and working. I need to talk to you about it on this, but is the sheets. So, like I might be row 27. I might be, we talked about on the sheet having like the rows, but then it might be number 161, rider number 161, on the 37th row. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we have to get those sheets done and get them out there so that people know where they're starting, so that when we have that parade downtown, they know right where to go and get started. So, so please take notice of getting pre-registered up for the race. We still have Cahokia, which is a phenomenal track. Bold Off-Road will be our sponsor again down there. Premier Ag is the new sponsor for this year with Canesville. Just make sure you take a look at those 2 cutoffs, with the one coming up a lot quicker than we think. So, But yeah, the only other thing I want to mention is pretty cool. We just had a couple hats made, but Marissa Rose with Simple Faith Brims, they're making hats and stuff, and they got with me. And I'll be honest, Chris, we don't typically like stuff being made with just our logo and stuff. And she had reached out, which is awesome, talking to us about it. And she came up with this idea about making number plates, so that's on the helmet. And I thought they were awesome. We ordered some of them ourselves. Can't wait to get at this race, but really, really cool hats. There's probably too many choices on those, but they got so many choices you can pick from and stuff. But I know they'll be down there this weekend again, and look up Marissa and get some orders in there. She's on Facebook, but just really cool. It's kind of a way we can't personalize stuff. We just don't have the time to do that. We sell the hats with the logos and stuff, but she can do a really good job on personalizing those on those hats. So pretty cool. I even asked her about one that just said scoring with the thumbs down or something, and I don't know if we're going to get it made or not, but I was going to get you one, Chris. So
thanks.
But
a gift from you.
Yeah. Wouldn't you enjoy that?
Oh.
Well, Chris, I know you want to get out of here. That's why I'm trying to cut you off a little bit.
I know.
But I know you got game to go to now, it sounds like. So
thanks
for everything you guys are doing behind the scene. I know you're super, super busy right now with all of your moving and stuff. And graduation. I mean, you've had a lot going on. So appreciate you fitting the time in. And, we had that scoring issue earlier. I'm not afraid to talk about it. We had a little, hiccup in the points, and I'll just bring that up real quick because I say that because I don't care how many, I don't know how you do it, looking at a million different numbers like that and adding everything up, and that's going to happen. But who was it today?
Put me on the spot.
Yeah, I just went
Zach Haggerty.
Yeah,
plus 40 class.
Yeah, and Zach did it right. Whether it be myself or you or anybody else, when you're looking at me numbers, there's something's going to happen. So we always recommend, please take a look at that, double check it. And if you see something, I'm proud to say, Zach got a hold of me this morning and I let you know about it, and by 5, 6 o'clock tonight, it was fixed, and you got off work. So that's the way it should work. And thank you for doing that. And yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. So cool.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for sticking around. We will see you this weekend. With that, we'll have the outro ready for next week, hopefully.
Really cool. Oh, one more thing.
Oh.
We have this one and only one more to qualify for your points where you're lining up at Gainesville.
Correct.
And also, what's the next 2 races, Chris? Bonus points.
Bonus. 10 points each.
Not only that, but I had a comment. I got to tell you this really quick. I had a comment or a conversation with somebody that was possibly not going to be at the next one. And you stop and think about it, just by being at this race, Chris, that's 10 bonus points by taking. You have to take the line, you have to leave the line. So you have to be dressed, everything. You can't be in shorts and go out there in line. You got to be dressed just like you're racing. For some reason, you can't. You still have to take the line. But if you take off, you automatically get your 1 point. You automatically lock down 10 points for it's a bonus points race. And then you also help yourself. If you make all the races, you lock down another 10 points.
Yep.
So even if you get very last place or don't even finish, this could be a 21 point swing for you for points. And that's on the next 2 races, Mount Pleasant and Cahokia. So that's a big deal. So, but not only that, but you're qualifying to get to your starting spot at Gainesville. And after these next 2 races, you only have one more time, and that's Weldon to qualify for the Hotsy Holeshot Award, $3,000 purse. So
still can't believe that.
It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. So, but anyway, Chris, unless you have something else, I got to cut you off.
Nope, I don't have anything else.
Okay. Oh.
Nope.
I will see you later, bud.
All right, we'll see you. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.